changed to some extent now because people are more aware of it. I don't think everybody knew that these things were
Well, if
going
you would
on.
have met Kevin Spacey, he probably would have asked you to sleep with him in order to get a role on a movie or
I would have
something.
slept with Kevin Spacey anyway because I thought he was nice looking when I was younger. And when I was 15 years old, I was already sleeping with 22-year-old men anyway, so I wouldn't have mattered to me. But so, okay, fine, whatever. But I do understand the distinction is that this guy did not want to have sex with him, and yet he kind of forced himself on him. That's the distinction. If you want to have sex with somebody and you want to go on the casting couch, it's fine, whatever. But if someone is trying to force you or trying to coerce you to have sex with them, that is wrong, and that's what is disgusting, and that's why I don't
Someone
like
does it to me, I'm gonna say, who do you think I am? I am a lady.
Okay. Right. Oh, speaking of ladies, I think she's a lady. Wendy Williams. What happened? I saw the video, but what happened?
I shouldn't be laughing, but so for those of you who've been living under a rock, Wendy Williams, this was Halloween. This is the day before yesterday, so Halloween. She did her Halloween costume special. Every year she comes out dressed up as whoever. I think last year she did Superwoman. This year she did the Statue of Liberty or something like that. And they just came back from break, and she was about to bring out a guest, and she was introducing the guest or whatever. And she started to slur in her speech a little bit, and then she stopped. Then she stopped speaking altogether, and then she was like
boom,
stumbling, and she was like, it was like she was trying to control whatever was about to happen to her body,
right?
And then she just passed out on live television, and you can see, and then they cut to commercial. You can see people, swooping in right before they went to commercial, that type of thing.
It was real too.
So. Right, and then people online saying it was fake. I'm like, that's not fake, because I've fainted several times in my lifetime, and I know
that you fake it all the time.
No, but I mean, I can tell when someone
it's
is
real
faking it and when it's real.
Me too.
And this was clearly real. So when she came back from, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. So she came back from commercial break, and she said that she's like, "Oh no, this is not a stunt. I overheated my costume, and yada yada yada."
I think she's on diet pills, is what I think.
My friend said the same thing. Here's my thing though. I was like, now if you just came back from break and say that you were dehydrated and you were overheated, but yet you're still in the same costume.
Yeah.
And like everyone was saying, they was like, but you're in the same costume. Like,
right.
Because the thing is, she was wearing like a sequin outfit. You saw what she was wearing.
Yeah. What was she, like a mermaid or a Statue of Liberty or something?
She was a Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the fabric that she was wearing was extremely thin.
Yeah.
So it was
maybe in polyester though. Polyester does not breathe, so it probably was.
But even if that is the case, I mean, if I really had a heat moment to my body overheated and I passed out because of it, I'll be like, take this shit off. Just give me some regular street clothes and that type of thing. But yeah, she came back from commercial in full outfit. Like, I didn't understand.
Maybe she's trying to be a trooper. I don't know.
She said that she was like, I'm a woman, I'm a trooper, and we're gonna keep this going.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, girl, if you say so, don't pass the fuck out again. So, but that was my thing. So I mean, I'm glad she's okay, but that was the only question mark I had. I was like, girl, why would you come back?
How did she? Now I don't know, because I told you I stopped watching her about 2-3 years ago because I got sick of her. I just don't like her anymore. But I mean, her show is entertaining, and I like the topics and the people, celebrities and stuff. Fine, great. But she annoys me. I don't like her anymore. But anyway, I haven't seen her in like 3 years, and so 3 years ago she was heavier than she is now. She wasn't like fat anymore, but she was like heavier. Right. And so how did she lose the weight? Because I kept thinking when she was fainting, oh, she's on diet pills or something, and she's not eating enough.
That's what my sister said. My sister's like, I believe she's on diet pills
because she's so skinny.
Right.
I mean, like really skinny.
And it doesn't even look right because her boobs are so big.
I know.
It's like,
and her head's big too.
She looks top heavy. It looks weird. But then she came back and said, and then she said, people thought I was having a stroke or a heart attack, because when she started slurring in speech, I was like, before she even said anything, I was like, I think she just had a stroke. But turns out that she didn't. So
what did they say? All she said was that she was overheated. I think that's.
They said that
true.
she was low on electrolytes. They said the paramedics came out. They hooked up to all this stuff and everything in her office.
I think she's low on food. I think
turns out that she was dehydrated and needed electrolytes. Now here's the thing. Now I do know that Wendy Williams also suffers from thyroid disease.
Yes, and that's
So
why I'm thinking it has to be diet pills.
so I don't know if that has something. I don't know if the thyroid
No,
disease
I have thyroid.
triggered it.
I have hypothyroidism. It's not going to make you faint like that unless you have low blood sugar as well, and you don't eat. I mean, the only reason
Because she said low electrolytes. I was like, low electrolytes isn't going to make you pass out. I don't think. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't
yeah,
know,
it will. It will. You need electrolytes. I mean, it's I think maybe it will, but I don't know. But whatever the point, my point is that if you have hypothyroidism, which is what she has and what I have, which means your thyroid doesn't make enough of the thyroid hormone, it's harder to lose weight. So so that's why I was thinking maybe she's on diet pills, because I know it's really hard for her to get that skinny when you have a thyroid issue. So I don't know. That's why I think she's making the shit up, but whatever. That's just my opinion.
But I'm like, then people saying, "Oh, she's stressed because she recently had the issue with her husband, where they caught her husband cheating
Again?
and stuff like that." Yeah, this just happened like 3 weeks ago. Yeah,
I don't watch anything.
Her husband was sleeping around with like some 31-year-old woman that lived like across town.
But we knew that he's been cheating on her for years. I knew that a long time ago. I mean, it was all over the news, and I mean,
right. But no, this was recent. This is like in the past 3 weeks.
Well, if she doesn't want him to cheat on her, then she needs to get divorced, because I mean, obviously he's a cheater, and so she needs to fucking leave his ass.
I remember years ago he cheated on her too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
yes.
You're right. He does have a
pattern.
He does have an issue keeping his penis in his pants.
Yes.
So
I mean, I'm sure I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't have sex.
She may allow it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she's okay with it, but whatever. It's no one's business but ours. Theirs. Anyway, okay, so did you watch Will and Grace tonight?
I did.
Yeah, you caught up. Okay, I actually teared up. I actually did, because Rosario and Karen's relationship was extremely close.
Right.
I just watched all eight seasons like a few weeks ago, so I remember everything. But go ahead.
Hold on. Excuse me, people. Okay, so I did watch the episode. It was hilarious. The ending, I didn't tear up. I thought it was sad though, but I didn't tear up.
I did.
But maybe
I'm a
maybe
sap.
maybe I just have a tougher shell than you do.
You do. I'm very sappy and sentimental. So.
But I did think it was sad. I was like, oh, she misses her friend, that type of thing. But I did think it was funny when Lorraine Finster showed up.
God, the earrings,
that type of thing.
Did you see the earrings? That was hilarious.
Yes.
That was so
yes,
funny.
it was hilarious, and I thought it was funny. Karen's like, "Do you know how embarrassing it is to finish myself out in front of your father?"
Oh my God, I know. It was hilarious.
I thought it was also hilarious when she was like, what'd she say? I heard as soon as I came, or something like that.
Yes, I heard as soon as I came.
And then I thought the other funny part was that when Jack was at the podium speaking,
stretching,
and he was like, and he said something about Rosario, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we were having heterosexual love when I was on top," and then the nun laughed. I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, but the end was sad. I mean, it didn't make me tear up, but I mean, it was sad though.
It was sad. It's such a good show though. I'm so glad it's back, and it always makes me laugh. It's so smart and so well written. I just love it. It's fucking amazing, and the characters are so fucking great. I just love it.
Right.
Now, who the fuck is Al Reynolds? Wasn't that what's his face's fiance? Star Jones'
That was
fiance?
Star Jones' former husband,
who everybody said was gay a long time ago.
Right.
Okay, now he's saying he's bisexual.
Right. So, in water is wet news, he has come out as bisexual. And here's the thing. I don't even think he's bisexual. He's a power bottom gay, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like sometimes when people come out the closet and they do that type of thing, they'll use the word bisexual. And we've discussed it before. They use the word bisexual as like a gateway.
It's on the way to gay town. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, to soften the blow. Like, oh, he likes men and women, so that's okay.
But especially a black man, I think it's harder for him. I think that's one reason he's doing that too. But yeah.
Right. I'm like, listen. When he first came out, when I first saw him, I was like, he's gay.
Big time.
I'm telling you, he keeps saying he's bisexual. He's come out in this official press release saying he's bisexual. He is a power bottom gay that likes a big black 10-inch penis.
With his legs in the air. Yes.
Exactly.
Well,
his legs up in the air for Jesus.
You know who else I think is gay, who may or may not be, is J Hud's fiance. Jennifer Hudson's
Oh,
fiance.
David.
Yes, whatever his name
I forgot
is.
his last name.
I always thought he was gay too, and they still have not gotten married. So
You know what? I thought the same thing too.
I'm like, okay, interesting. What is the deal with? I mean, well, first of all, I mean, and I'm saying this because it's true. It's harder for a black man, in my opinion, to come out than a white man because. Not always. I mean, it depends on where you're from, your family, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying generally the black culture is a lot less accepting than the white one, which reminds me, I have to tell you right after this. Oh, my God, you're going to be so like, oh, my God. Anyway, so I am so Jack McFarlane. I swear to God. I took a quiz, and it said I was Jack McFarlane. I was like, what? I am not Jack McFarlane. Sometimes I think I am, though, now. I'm thinking about it. What was I saying? What was I saying?
You need to tell me something.
Wait, what was I telling you about though? What was I talking about? Oh, so it's harder for him to come out, blah blah blah. So it makes sense that he would have a harder time. No, so I want to tell you this. Okay, listen. This is some dish from my personal life here. Okay, so you know that I'm estranged from my father, right?
Right.
I don't talk to my father, and the reason I don't talk to my father is because he said, years ago, whatever. He tried to contact me. He did contact me. I guess about 6 years ago. Contacted me and he said he wanted to have a relationship with me, whatever, blah, blah. And I told him I was gay because he didn't know. And he called me a demon. I'm going to hell, blah, 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 all that kind of bullshit. So I was like, okay, fuck you, bitch. And so I don't have anything to do with you anyway, so bye. So since then, though, his two daughters, my half-sisters, Emily and Courtney, whom he had married, whom he had from his current wife, whom he left my mother for when I was 4 or 5, actually. Whom he had been dating before he met my mother. Long story, but it's like
are the daughters biracial too? Or?
No. His wife is black. Her name is Doris.
Okay.
Doris is quite unfortunate looking, in my opinion, and I
should be laughing because I don't know these people. But okay.
To me, she's always reminded me of a black Porky Pig. Okay, that's what she reminds me of. And when I was young, she was always nice to me and everything, whatever. Anyway, so when this all stuff's coming out, he was telling me about, I don't want anything to do with you because you're a demon, whatever. She was saying, basically, God says this, God says that, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, like, Lord Jesus.
So, hold on. So these bitches are getting on my last nerve. So anyway, I didn't have anything to do with them, but Emily, who's the older sister, she'd been talking to me on and off, and she'd been on my Facebook page or whatever, and I talked to her back and forth. And so I hadn't talked to her in a while. And then on Instagram the other day, she messages me. And she says, let me see. Actually, I blocked her, so I can't see the message. But basically, what she said was, I just want to let you know you're my older brother. You're my big brother, and I still care about you. Even I don't care. She said what your life is and whatever, what you choose to be, and da 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 da. And I wrote back to her. I said, do you think being a gay is a choice? A question mark. And she said, it doesn't really matter if it's a choice or not, blah, 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 blah. She said, it matters because I want you to be my life. You're my brother or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, it matters to me if you think being gay is a choice or not, because it isn't a choice. And she wrote me back. I said, no, I said, do you think it's a choice or not? And she wrote me back. She said, well, yes, I think it's a choice, and it's a choice, and blah, 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 but it doesn't matter, blah, 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 and, blah, blah, blah. And so I wrote her back. I said, because you're a fucking moron who's been brainwashed by your fucking church, your fucking parents, and you don't fucking know anything. So, of course, you think it's a fucking choice. So, so I don't want anything to do with you anymore. This is why I don't want anything to do with my stepmother or my dad or you. And so leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk to you. Goodbye. And so then she writes me this long thing on Instagram. I didn't read any of it. I wrote her back. I said, I'm not reading any of that shit. If I want to hear what you had to say, I would have not have blocked you. I would have told you not to want to talk to you anymore. And then she writes me back the next morning. This is what part you got to read. You got to hear. And she says, hold on. This is what I want you to know your opinion on here. She writes me back. She writes me back, and she posts everything she wrote on Instagram. I didn't read it again. And she goes, since you already deleted me, just wanted to make sure you got this now. Goodbye. I said, I'm not reading that. If I wanted to read it, I wouldn't have deleted you. She said, just another note. Me being black was not a choice. I was born black. So who needs to be educated now? LOL. Okay. I don't know what it was, Jason.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, because I didn't say anything about her being black. I don't know what it was, Jason, but I was having a bad day. And let me tell you, I'm usually quite a nice person. I'm very nice. I don't like to hurt people's feelings or whatever. But
don't believe it, people.
Once you push me so far, once you've pushed me so far, I mean, once you have pushed me so far, there's a